Lamine Yamal, the 18-year-old carrying Spain's World Cup dream. He's 18 years old. He's already broken a record held by Pelé. And after missing Spain's opening game through injury, doubt crept in. Would he even be ready for this tournament at all? Then one moment was enough to make the entire football world stop scrolling. This is the story of Lamine Yamal's World Cup. And right now, it's looking like Spain's entire dream might be riding on his shoulders. Let's rewind for a second, because to understand why this kid has the world watching, you need to know what he's already done before he turned 18. Yamal made his Barcelona first-team debut at 15 years and 291 days old, becoming the youngest player ever to do so for the club. 2 years later, almost to the day, he helped Spain win a major trophy at Euro 2024, becoming the youngest player in history to win a major international tournament. He did that the day after his 17th birthday, and it wasn't just about being there. In the semifinal against France, he scored what many called the goal of the tournament, a strike that also made him the youngest scorer in the competition's history. In the final, he set up the winner, tying a tournament record for assists in the process. So by the time he walked into this World Cup, the kid wasn't a prospect anymore. He was already one of the most decorated teenagers the sport has ever seen. But this tournament almost started without him. Back in April, while playing for Barcelona, Yamal suffered a grade 2 tear in his hamstring, and it happened in the middle of scoring a penalty. The injury was serious enough to end his domestic season early. For weeks, the question wasn't, how will Yamal perform at the World Cup? It was, will Yamal even be fit enough to play? He missed Spain's opening match, a goalless draw against Cabo Verde that left a lot of fans nervous. The countdown was on. Spain's manager, Luis de la Fuente, finally handed him his first start of the tournament against Saudi Arabia, making 4 changes to the lineup just to get him on the pitch. And this is where the story turns. 10 minutes into that match against Saudi Arabia, Lamine Yamal scored his first goal of this World Cup. Spain went on to thrash Saudi Arabia 4-0. After the match, Yamal didn't downplay it. He came out and said Spain had officially arrived at the World Cup and revealed the squad had been determined to bounce back hard after that opening draw against Cabo Verde. You could feel it. This wasn't just a goal. It was a statement. And it wasn't just a moment for him personally. It was a moment for the history books. With that goal, Yamal officially etched his name into a list of the youngest players to ever score at a World Cup, putting him in the same conversation as some of the greatest the sport has ever produced. Naturally, the football world reacted. Manchester United legend Wayne Rooney came out and heaped praise on him after the win over Saudi Arabia, clearly impressed by what he saw from an 18-year-old on the biggest stage in the sport. And it wasn't just Rooney. Thierry Henry and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, 2 players who know exactly what it takes to be special at the top level, sat down and broke down precisely what makes Yamal different from other young players coming through right now. When players of that caliber are studying your game on television, you know you're doing something right. So why does all of this matter so much for Spain specifically? Spain are going into this World Cup as one of the favorites to lift the trophy. They're chasing their second World Cup title, 16 years after they won their first. They have talent across the pitch, but a team needs more than talent. It needs a player who can change a game in 5 seconds. A player defenders have to account for every single time he touches the ball. That's what Yamal gives them. He's not just a good player in a good team. He's the player capable of turning a very good Spain side into a World Cup winning Spain side. The injury scare is behind him now. The slow start is behind him. What's ahead is the part that matters most. The knockout rounds, where one mistake ends your tournament and one moment of magic can define your career. If Lamine Yamal stays healthy and keeps playing like this, he's not just a great story anymore. He might be the single most important player left in this entire World Cup. So here's the question. Does Yamal end this tournament with the Golden Boot, the World Cup trophy, both, or neither? Drop your prediction in the comments below. I want to see what you think.